Hello, cats and kittens, whatever I'm saying. Oshku. Alright, right quick. Orochi confronts the Akazawa 9, talks some trash. They get mad at him, cut some more of his heads off. Reivew confronts Fukurokuju, and they're about to get into a fight. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about this guy. Roronoa Zoro. MVP. MVP. All right, let's set it up. Back on the roof. The battle's raging. Big Mom and Kaido decide that they want to throw a big blow at them, a combo attack. All right. To the point that she wonders who's going to survive. You know, this is a kill shot. Okay. First, before we even get into the defeat here, we do get the explanation of why Trafalgar Law's God-level devil fruit is not able to directly affect Big Mom and Kaido, and this apparently because their haki, he says he would have already used it on them, but their haki was too strong. It's impossible for him to move them, use attack or their shambles or something like that on them because their haki is too strong. That, to me, okay, if that's what you want to do, that's fine, because you got to nerf him somehow, because to me, I've always thought that his devil fruit is God level. I got to go back and look at the fight he had with Virgo, because I don't know. Anyway, so apparently the really strong haki is hard for him to work. Well, fine, whatever. I don't buy it, but whatever. I mean, but it is what it is. If that's what it says, that's what it is. Okay, so they're not going to he can't affect them, and they just have to separate them some other way. Luffy uses future sight, and he knows something huge is coming. This kill shot is supposed to at least... this is a shot meant to cull the herd. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to just get rid of some bad ones, clear the deck a little bit of at least 2 or 3 of these cats. All right, so they do a combo. I guess you could say, if you look back in Water 7, in his lobby, when Zoro and Luffy hit that, I forget, it was 300-pound cannon as combo, that type of combo attack, except for this is coming from Tuyanko. Conquest of the Sea. All right. Before the Joker's launched, Zoro said, like, oh no, this is bad, you know. And Killer's talking about there's no way to avoid it. All right. They let loose this attack that has this wide berth, it's just this completely wide, I don't know, blotch of energy. Bracket, blot out the sun, all right? And I'm following this because the thing that I'm trying to get here is, I know a lot of people is like trying to, you know, sleep on Zolo's feet. It's talking about he blocked this attack for a second. Because when we get forward to the next page, Kid makes the comment that it's good that he was able to block that for a second. To me, that's kind of hyperbole. All right, they let loose this wide whatever of energy. You go to the exact next panel, it's blunted. As wide as that path of energy was, it's completely blunted. All right, by the Pirate Hunter. So if you put it on a clock, all right, launch, bam, block. You get reaction shot from Big Mom and Kaido, huh? Zoro has the time to say All of you move. I guess it's Luffy that says, Zoro. He's next panel, he says, or we're all done for. So for the, if you follow that track, that's at least 3 seconds right there, all right? Go to the next panel, he's still blocking it. Next page, Law uses his attack. He's still holding it back. Next panel, we see that path of energy continue. So it's got past him at that point. But at that point, we go to the next panel, just following the succession of panels, there's nothing there but rubble. So Laws move them out the way, everything dissipates. They ain't no second. 5 seconds minimum. This man was holding back a combo attack of 2 Yonko. Unheard of. A combo attack. If it was 1 Yonko, all right, maybe. A combo attack of 2 Yonko, he held that joker back for at least 5 seconds. Minimum. MVP. MVP. Now, granted, he's at death's door. Upon completing this feat, he's at death's door, and, you know, Big Mom has to say that's impressive. That's when we get to, you know, it's real. It was a real feat for you to block that, if only for a second. A second. All right. So this is ridiculous. I mean, we know that he has endurance. You know what I'm saying? We know that he's probably the most durable Straw Hat on the, you know. Now I'm thinking that he might be the most durable cat in the series. I don't know. Don't know. So, you know, I'm a Zoro dude. You know what I'm saying? It warmed my heart to see this. You know what I'm saying? It warmed my heart to see my man putting in work like that. That's the right-hand man to the Pirate King. You know what I'm saying? But me ease up on that a little bit. All right, so that done, the battle has to continue. You know, these guys, it's getting serious at this point because Big Mom and Kaido are no longer taking these people lightly. You know what I'm saying? It's no more about, you know, testing people out and seeing what they can do and having fun. They are engaged, actively engaged in a battle. Whether they consider it life or death, who knows? You know, maybe that's because, you know, honestly, who's to say that, you know, conquest of the seas or whatever you call that is the most powerful thing that they could possibly throw out? It's probably not. But it should have been enough, probably in their minds, to kill at least 3 of them. But anyway, they're actively engaged in a serious fight. So Luffy goes after Kaido, misses him with a Red Hawk, but he's thinking that he ducked the blow because it would have hurt. And he tells Kaido that. Kaido goes off. You know, it's probably just cheesed him off. So it wasn't a thunderbolt whether he hit him with, but he hits him. You can tell he hit him hard because, you know, it's the same thing with Katakuri. Even though he had his armament up, it wasn't enough to, you know, he felt the effects of the blow. And then he follows up with a burrow breath and misses. Then again, he's getting serious. So he comes out with another named attack. Again, a named attack, just like that Conqueror of the Sea thing. Ragnarok. Just buries him. You're assuming that, you know, this is serious. And then we get to see the cooperation that these, for Big Mom and Kaido to work together, it's not really a big thing because they served together in the past. It's like knocking rust off of an old routine. You know what I'm saying? It might even take them a second to get back in rhythm of working together, but they can do it. But the Supernova have never worked together. Maybe Luffy and Law fought together, and they did okay with back in Dressrosa, working in tandem. But Luffy, Law, and Zoro and the others, they've never worked together previously, but they put up they came up with a good plan to separate. They knew they had to get the 2 of them apart. So they separate Big Mom from her homies, Zeus, Prometheus, and Napoleon. Put Zeus in a box. Zoro still putting in work. MVP slices Prometheus up into pieces or whatever, whereas Killer, goes after Napoleon. Is it Napoleon? Yeah, the sword is Napoleon, yeah. They separate her from her homies. And here's another feat. Don't underestimate this either. They separate her from her homies. Big Mom takes that as a joke, goes after Kid, thinking, you think you can deprive me of my homies and it's over. That's nothing. And she lands one on him. Tanking that hit is not no joke, Big Mom was killing animals as a child with one blow. Now she grown, fighting seriously, and she hits him. And he takes it. But he takes that hit. Her blows have tremendous impact. And he took one square to the head and cuffs her with some metal, tosses her away. And then Law finishes it off by hitting her with the momentum of a rock, which knocks her off over the sea. And for all we know, she's falling into the sea. And to emphasize the fact that that man Zoro's on death's door, that second to last panel, he's still coughing up blood. All that goes to say, not only is Zoro the MVP of this chapter, if Luffy don't hustle, he's going to be the MVP of this arc. I'm a fanboy for Zoro for sure, but you got to admit, man, blocking a named attack from Tu Yonko, completely blunting the attack for at least 5 seconds. And you can't tell me it's not at least 5 seconds. On the extreme minimum, 3. But given the reaction time, the reaction dialogue, and tracking the panels, I'd say 5 seconds. He held that Joker back by himself. A wide path of energy completely blunted by one dude. Let's say, I know people moaning, 3 seconds. Let's say he held it back for 3 seconds. I would say 5 or 3 seconds. MVP. So, it's the Zoro show at this point. So next chapter of Roronoa's One Piece, we see how they're going to get out of this, because they are not out of the woods yet. Luffy just got planted by Kaido. Yeah, Big Mom looks like she's heading down to the water, but we'll see how that works out. So that's my impressions of Roronoa's One Piece, and we'll be back next week for another episode of One Piece and see how Zoro, Luffy, and the rest continue to take the battle to Kaido and Big Mom. So that's it from the Crisis Corner. Hope you enjoyed the chapter, and look forward to next week. Stay with us.